Alright, first, since my other video I don't think is detailed enough, I will show you one more time how I did it. But let me play the music first to show you that it's working. I'll shred them all and go with you. When choices end, you must accept. I'll clear my back and go with you. I'll go with you. Okay, with that said, alright, this is how I did it. I have a car stereo, my 34 watt Boss amp, hooked up to my two 12ers, Fosgate P3s, and my just 4 random speakers I found around the house. How I did it, oh yeah, and also was charging it, I'm using a battery charger. As you can see, battery charger running the whole thing through the power outlet. That is done by, how did I show you how to do this? First off, we have the battery. This right here is the battery, because it has a plus and a negative. I have the power going to a fuse. Come in this wire right here is like 4 wires in one. So, but it goes to the fuse to this little splitter, power splitter. So basically, it goes inside here, and this is where I split it 3 ways. It looks like, oh no, I split it twice for my amp and for my radio. Yeah. So basically, it goes from the battery to the splitter thing, to, the power distributor. And this one goes to the radio, and this one, other one on the side goes to the this one on the side goes to the amp, as you see. So I go from the charger, goes to the fuse, to the splitter, and then I got the splitter to the amp right here, and then the remote. I just hooked up the remote from both sides. So I hooked up the remote and put it to the battery, so it would turn off by itself. When I turn the switch off right here, it turns it off, so I don't have to worry about it. And then I have it grounded onto this bar right here. I couldn't find a good ground, so this little metal piece I found. So I have all 3 of these things grounded off. I have the battery. I have the battery negative hooked up to right here. I have the this negative hooked up to this ground, and I have the car radio stereo hooked up to the ground. That's that yellow one. And then these are the speaker wires. Hook up the speaker like normal. This one goes all the way to the subwoofer. Boom, I have it hooked up right there. This one goes from the RCA jacks from there to there. And then I hook up all the speakers. I hooked up the 4 speakers to the speaker wires. And then the power ones, like I said, this wire right here has basically 4 speaker wires in one, wrapped up in one. So I just I opened it, split up all 4 of those wires, and I just used all those 4 wires to power it. I got, so where's it at? So basically right here. See, this is it right here. This wire, that green thing, this right here, goes from this wire goes right here to the power, and I have it hooked up to the orange, the blue, white, the red, and the yellow. I have all 4 of them hooked up to that bar. So you got to hook up the power to all 4 of those wires, and then that's it. And then have the speaker wires hooked up in the back on the radio. All 4 of those wires, the rest of them, hooked up to the power, and then that's it. And ground it off over there, and basically it runs the whole thing. And I have it like that because I have the switch that would turn the thing on and off. So now it's off. I'll turn it back on. So when I hooked it up that way, I have power. I can control how it, if it's going to be on or off. So if you do it that way, it'll work just fine. Basically, you just hook it up like you do in a car. Except, those 4 wires just hook up to the battery itself, and it'll work just fine. This is an old charger, a battery charger. I don't know if it means anything. It also has 2 amps and a 10 amp option. I have it on a 2 amp. I can do it on either one, but it works just fine. As you can see, one more time. And yeah, if you like my video, and check it out.
Say the anthem. Self-promoter out there going crazy, man.
Something else.
Hey, pass that. Pass it up. What the fuck is this? Shit, I got from a group. Off-brand PDRs.
So as you see, I don't have the settings set up. There you go. That's all I had to do. That was pushing too much power. Yeah, like my video? I'm done.